this when Benza is here, let me just be honest. I want to ask him about the place of record labels now in the age of, social media, especially when a lot of the functions that record labels used to do can now be done by going viral. Of course, not everybody will go viral, but for the few, it really does give them a lot of bargaining power. And it's because I've interviewed many artists, and some of them have had terrible experiences with labels, and they tell you because they didn't have any bargaining power, right? So that's why I'm always like, okay, so I know that's not all labels, but I'm like, okay, what does that mean for the industry? What does that mean for new artists? Benza is this chief opportunity creator at Fifth Season, and that's what I was asking him off air, and he said, let me answer it on air.
Let's go,
Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, the other role that I carry is the culture investor, and that's because being an independent label, what we've done is, instead of a record label traditional, we've been financing artists to create their catalog. So we call it investor because we invest, and they eventually own their master and keep it going. But
that's lovely, actually, because that's usually one big bone of contention. The masters. Yeah.
But now you have to ask yourself, what do you want to be? Do you want to be the biggest in Africa, or you want to be the biggest in the world? And if you want to be the biggest in the world, you got to play with the big dogs.
True.
Right? And so the record label is still very, very, very important because they have the machinery we don't have. We can trend and we can go viral, but we might trend and go viral on one song. Can you trend and go viral on a career?
Nope.
You probably can't, right? So once you trend and go viral, you're probably going to now need the power and the machinery of the major, because now you have the attention. And our currency as artists, right, is the attention. Once you have the attention, now you need to partner with someone that can actually blow it up explosively to the world and sustain it.
Sustain it. I think that's a very key one. Yeah, blowing up is getting almost easier. There's almost a formula, but sustaining it
is very important. So what do you want to do? Do you want to be a one-hit wonder, travel, perform for about 6-8 months, and then lose steam? Or do you want to be a career artist? We've always worked with career artists, and we have partners with major labels to make it happen, either a license deal, or a distro deal, or a direct deal, and it's always worked for us. And if you want to be a international player, you don't really have a choice, really.
Yeah. I understand that we have TikTok and all these other platforms that pretty much bring in the bangers. You hear another banger, it's only going to stay for about 7 months, and everyone goes like, TBT. Life shelf is what one thing that I'm really shelf life.
Like that, life shelf.
Life shelf.
So life after shelf.
Life after shelf. Because there is the afterlife. Shelf life is something that I would really like to concentrate on, because before it's even on the shelf, we're talking about it's lifeless. I think that's why I need the interchange. But just talk to me a little bit about that. Are we most worried about craftsmanship? Because there's a lady who's playing a harp. You play it in a banger, it stays for 3 months. Everyone forgets the craftsmanship because we have the boom twaf. We call it boom twaf, where we just have like a bunch of beats here.
The synthesizer.
So just talk to us a little bit about what you think about how it's going to affect showmanship and, of course, the craft in itself.
Yeah, well, it's going to become a place where anybody can do it. And that's the scary thing, that a little bit of talent, and all of a sudden you think you have it. And from the more viral it goes, the more you think that you are actually it, and then you start to think, oh, I don't need any improvement, and I don't need any this. But that's where you go wrong, because craftsmanship is that anything. If you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a professor, you got to keep on going back and studying. So what we've actually done to solve some of that thing is that we've created a workshop and producer camp where the artists can actually, once there's a movement happening, can go and actually work alongside other producers and other writers, so that we can get the next hit and the next hit and the next hit and the next hit. Because you're only as good as your next record that is doing very well. If you want to continue touring. Going back to TikTok and being blown up by virally, is we have the same issue with Butter My Bread. Just I mentioned how the music is being played everywhere. Everyone knows the music, but they know it through dancers, and they know it through challenges.
And they only know the 30 seconds for the challenge. Yeah.
They don't know the artist, and so that's where we've been. Now we're back. We're behind on it. Now we're pushing. Who is Jay Zeno? Where is he from? What is he about? Is there a guy? Is he a dancer? Is he a singer? Is he what is he?
I even thought it was a lady.
Yeah.
First.
Because you probably saw a dance challenge the
Yeah,
lady doing it.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh, that's just data.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what you get. And that's what you need a management team, you know, a brand management team to manage your brand so you can keep up with your record. So you can keep, because you don't want to be the guy 2-3 years later only being called to do one song. You don't want to be that
And
person.
then the rest is covers, or I don't know what else
Yeah.
you're doing.
And Kenya has been victim to that.
Well,
There's
we
an
have-
artist, I'm not
we
going to
have-
mention them.
We-
They had one banger,
Yeah.
and then two others.
And
And those two others we didn't understand.
we didn't
them.
even get them.
Then he didn't even sing on stage. He had lost his voice because of partying a night
my
before the
God.
concert. So yeah, definitely. That's all we got.